All right, so let's go over the rules of this match. While it is a chairs match, that doesn't quite mean that there are no disqualifications, that anything is legal. It just means that chairs are legal. You can be disqualified in this match. Oh, Undertaker went for a shot to Batista with a chair, but Batista blocked it. Undertaker has competed in just about any kind of match you can think of, from Hell in a Cell to Inferno matches. Undertaker has been involved in some of the biggest and some of the craziest match types in WWE history. Undertaker, who won his first world championship by defeating the legendary Hulk Hogan back at Survivor Series 1991. Think about it this way. Nearly 20 years later, from when Undertaker won his first world championship, is Undertaker a world champion again? But you gotta wonder, is Batista going to be able to pin or submit The Undertaker to force the dead man to lose his world championship? Undertaker, who's been doing this for now over 20 years, he's still at the top of his game. Undertaker is still going strong. He's still fighting. Perhaps the longest career, one of the longest careers in this sport. Undertaker has had so many variations of himself. From his arrival, from the time he arrived, to the time he realized he needed to become, well, an American badass, to becoming a phenom. And Batista gets dumped into the timekeeper's area by The Undertaker. And Undertaker now dumping some chairs in the ring. Undertaker went for the boot to Batista, but Batista got out of the way, and that's not going to feel good for the hamstring of The Undertaker whatsoever. Oh no, Batista. Oh! The Undertaker, nearly 7 foot tall, 300 pounds, being laid to waste by the animal Batista. Batista, who's already been a world champion before. He knows what it's like to be at the top of the mountain and wants to do it again. But what we're going to find out is how much Batista wants to do it again. Oh, that could have been really devastating for The Undertaker. And a shot. And Batista, who hit that steel chair into the ring post, the reverberations, the way it can go up your arms, can do some damage to your hands. Think about it like this. A metal baseball bat hitting a baseball. It's that same feeling. Meanwhile, The Undertaker with that guillotine leg drop to the animal, who is draped over the apron. And now what does The Undertaker have in mind for Batista? Undertaker thinking a cover here. And Batista luckily managed to kick at it too. At least lucky for his sake. With the stakes high, Batista's going to have a lot to fight through. Undertaker was looking to force some class in session. Batista was about to make sure Batista grabbed his textbook, but Batista blocking it as Batista now starts to hammer away on the back of the dead man. And Batista looking to go high risk. A superplex would surely do a number to the Undertaker in this situation. You gotta think. No, 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 no. And a massive superplex. near 600 pounds. Crashing and burning into the mat between the Undertaker and Batista. You got to think about it this way. The more you weigh, you know what they say? You know how they say the bigger you are, the harder you fall, the harder they fall? The truest statement, that's one of the truest statements that's ever been said. Because if you think about it this way, all the weight crashing down, you fall quicker and harder because of the velocity at which you're being weighed down to the ground. Think about it this way. Like how a rock tied to a rope of someone's leg being anchored down at the bottom of the ocean, or an anchor for that matter. It's that same idea, an anchor holding a ship. It's that same idea. Meanwhile, it's the Undertaker who got himself back up to his feet first after that encounter with Batista. And now they're going to go at it again. Trade blows at the center of the ring. This time a little bit worse for wear between these two. Who's going to get the upper hand in this situation? And so far it seems to be the Undertaker. But Batista reverses and gets a nice spine buster. And now goes for the cover, looking for victory. But the Undertaker able to get that shoulder up it too. Batista needs to stay level-headed in this world title match, because in this match he can be disqualified. You know, usually you think a match like this, well, there might be no disqualification stipulation in there. But it's a chairs match. So anything, you know, there are some things, there are limits in this match that Batista needs to, you know, be wary of as he thinks of his attack plan on the Undertaker. And Batista now breaking down the Undertaker piece by piece. Undertaker ducks and soars and scores as he clotheslines Batista. And the Undertaker sits up. He rises like a phoenix. And class is about to be in session. Undertaker goes up for old school. What is in the mind of the Undertaker? What is next? Batista, who gets driven in the corner. Snake Eyes. Oh, but a spear counters the Undertaker's momentum to crown a new world champion. But Undertaker denies Batista's request for gold. Batista said he was going to bring the fight. And there have been very few men in this industry who have been able to do to Undertaker quite like what Batista's been able to do. Spine buster. Do you see the way the back of that bounced off the steel steps? And it's all legal. That steel chair, all legal. Oh no. The thumbs are down. Batista calling a shot. Wait. Hell's Gate, Hell's Gate, Hell's Gate, Hell's Gate. He's got it locked. Undertaker always finds a way. If Batista taps, Undertaker will retain. Batista, who's starting to fade, still trying a way to hang on. But Batista finds that bottom rope to force the rope break. And because of that little bit of because of that little rule that's in there that there are disqualifications in this chairs match. That may have just saved Batista, because if it was no disqualification, rope breaks wouldn't matter. That little clause may have just saved Batista in this world title match. But Batista, who has now a steel chair in his hand, he's got the world of opportunities. What a chair shot to the Undertaker. You won't see it coming, and that's for sure. It's all for the glory to be at the top of the mountain. Who better to call this match than none other than Charles Robinson? Batista went for a spear in the corner, but nobody home. The only thing home was that steel chair that Batista went into. Undertaker took down Batista, looking to take it home. But Batista, who's able to kick out at 2.5. Undertaker thought he had Batista right then and there, but it wasn't quite enough to keep the animal down for the 3. And now the Undertaker calls his shot as he measures up the animal Batista. And now the vibe has changed. The Undertaker. What goes up must come down. You can thank Isaac Newton for the law of gravity, but Batista kicked out, but just barely before the 3. Undertaker cannot let the frustration settle in. Undertaker is about to get his man. Oh, and a low blow by Batista. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Batista had it all planned out. And now Undertaker's family jewels feeling the effects. Batista gonna steal this one. This is and a hefty blow to the skull. Batista's world champion. What just happened? Oh my. Batista has just beaten the Undertaker. The animal just took down the Phenom. Wait, what is this about? What's Teddy Long doing out here? Whoa! Isn't Teddy Long on probation though? Anyways, he's not wrong. Batista tried to cheat this one. Undertaker with a boot to the chair to the face of Batista. And a steel chair to the shot of the animal. Undertaker has new life. And a chance for redemption after being screwed. Undertaker has written the wrong, being granted the opportunity to fix it. Undertaker has done it. Undertaker retains the World Championship And he does it the right way. He didn't have to cheat. He didn't have to go low. He didn't have to go to extreme measures to make sure he had the gold. Chairs were legal. Low blows are not. Low blows were not. There was that little clause in this match where there was a lot of gray areas, but that low blow was not in that gray area. That low blow was blatant, and it cost Batista from leaving as world champion, as the Undertaker, the dead man, rises to the occasion again and stands tall and is still your world heavyweight champion.